Okay, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Guys, there are hardly five students now, so we will wait for another 5 minutes or 2 3 minutes to get started. For other students when you join, guys. Okay, I can see only 6 of them have joined so far. Are the other students joining, or should we start with the class? Can you all come in the video mode? Those who are present, please come in the video mode. Okay, Akshata, Saraswati, Gautami, Preeti, Rashmi, please come in the video mode. Excuse me. Okay, guys, we'll wait for another 2 minutes maximum and then we'll get started. Okay. I hope you had your break and breakfast before this class.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Why most of you seem to be in a sleepy mood? It's very cold, so feeling like sleeping. Sufyan, Tanaz,
Yes, sir.
नींद आ रही है?
No, sir.
नींद गई नहीं है, नींद आ नहीं रही है, नींद गई नहीं
No,
है.
no, no. No, sir. It's not well. Voice is gone.
Okay, okay. Sufyan, all well?
Yes, sir, all well.
Good, good, good. Gautami is trying to keep her eyes wide open, I guess.
No, sir, even I've got cold and everything is horrible, sir, when it is cold.
It's not Gautami. It's not that you're just come to Belgaum. You're born in Belgaum only, so you should be used to this climate.
No, not the climate, sir, cold.
Okay.
Even I've got cold, sir.
Because January we are planning to take you all to Kashmir because they need people to fight
Like,
against China itself. So we need to take 60 people over there. So how are you going to bear that climate? Vishaka, all well? Where did she go?
yes, sir.
Yeah, not
Yes,
well.
sir. Yes, sir.
Good, good. I hope Corona doesn't spread through online classes because everybody is having the same complaint of cold and cough and all those things. Okay, fair enough. Okay, Tejaswini, Akash, please come in the video mode. Okay, guys, there are around 14 of them, so we'll get started. I guess people will slowly join. Okay, Akash, if you remember, I told you that you need to discuss things with others, like what was the process that you have gone through to the entire selection process of HFFC. Okay, so you decide when you can do it, and we'll schedule it, and you'll be the person who is going to guide others. Since you're placed now, you have tasted that blood, so you will be the right person to tell others as to how the process goes, what kind of people are there
Yes,
to ask questions, what kind of group discussions happen, what kind of participants would be there. Because I guess, okay, just to tell others also, the group in which he was participating, the colleges were one of the top colleges in Karnataka, like RNSIT was there, BNMIT was there, right, Akash? So there were students from good colleges, in fact better colleges, tier 1 colleges, who were participating. And it's a proud moment for the college that Akash is one among those who were selected amongst those elite uh, college students. Okay, I'm not saying the students were good or bad, but at least the colleges are ranked one among the top colleges in Karnataka. So it's good. So I want him to share his experience with all of y'all. Okay, not just to boost himself, but at least you will get an idea as to what really happens in GDs, what happens in an interview. Then he also had to go through a test also, I guess 3 rounds of interviews, right, Akash?
3 rounds of interviews.
Yeah, 3 rounds of interviews plus
One GD,
one GD, and
one
then
GD, 3 interviews.
yeah. Okay, so please be prepared, Akash, to speak at least for 15-20 minutes. Okay, and maybe
Okay, sir.
after Diwali, I'll have a session for all the students, and you will be the guest speaker for the session.
Okay,
Okay, yeah.
okay.
Fine. So let's follow that procedure because everybody needs to be aware as to what happens in a placement, and I want everyone to be placed. It's not only Akash who is placed, and I'm stopping over there. I want every one of you to be placed in good companies. Though we are facing this pandemic situation, but I don't think there would be less requirement. The requirements are there. The companies are approaching, and I want everyone to uh, pull up their socks and get themselves placed. Okay, so with this, let's start with the class. Okay, uh, in the previous class, if you remember, we had started we in the previous class we tried to complete NBFCs. Okay, so today we are going to start with the next part, that is microfinance. Okay, so before starting with microfinance, can somebody tell me what idea you have about microfinance? Let's start with Aryant. Aryant, are you there? Aryant, you're there?
Hello?
Okay. Aryant, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Aryan, can you tell me something about microfinance? Any idea that you have about microfinance?
Microfinance, sir. No, sir.
No, very good. So you don't take so much of time to say no. Okay. Nabiraj, any idea? Nabiraj, you're there? Okay. Priyanka, any idea about what is microfinance? Where are these people? Vishakha?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Can you tell me something about microfinance? Any idea about microfinance?
No, sir.
No, very good. Monali,
Yes, sir.
don't make me ask the question again. You know the question.
So providing finance to low income people.
Fair enough. Yes, providing finance to low income people. It's a part of microfinance. Okay. Saraswati.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Answer.
Providing finance to low income people in low interest rates, sir.
Okay. Low income people with low interest rate. Fair enough. No problem. Sushmita Baragali. Sorry. Sufyan. Can you answer?
Yes, sir. Sir, minor means they might be targeting small businesses.
Okay. Small businesses. Fair enough. Anybody else who has an idea what is microfinance? Anyone?
So the finance provided to the low income businesses or what we can say unemployed individuals to support them.
Don't say unemployed. I guess self-employed would be a better word, Rohan.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay,
Right?
sir.
Unemployed, what are they going to do with that money? If
Yes,
you say
yes.
self-employed, that means something like they are doing something on their own and they need finance. And these microfinance institutions or microfinance banks provide them finance to help them support their own businesses, small businesses, right? Okay.
Oh,
Swapnil?
yes. Yes, sir.
Okay, has anybody come across any microfinance institution in and around your area? Like, especially those people who stay in rural areas, in villages and all. Have you come across any microfinance institutions which provide small loans to small marginal farmers or self-employed individuals, artisans? Anyone? Guys, initial classes were much better than these classes, I guess. At least people used to participate and speak something. I don't know whether all of you are in festival mood and don't and there are laddus in your mouth and you cannot speak, or I don't know what is your problem, because most of you have switched off your videos. Okay, uh, but nobody's speaking.
Sir,
Yeah, Swapnil, go ahead.
sir, Ujjivan Microfinance, I've heard of it.
Yeah, Ujjivan Microfinance is a microfinance bank. Very good. Very nice. And in Belgaum also Ujjivan is there. Most of you might have seen it. Correct? Okay. Guys, let's not waste time because you are not in the mood to answer, I guess. Okay, you have
So that
decided
Gramin Corporation will be there. Gramin areas they will make Gramin
Gramin Bank you're talking
Gramin
about?
banks. Yeah.
Okay. Gautami, NABARD is a national level bank. Okay, it's not. It's a part of RBI. Gautami, are you listening to me? Okay, it's a national.
So yes, but it comes under microfinance.
No. They support microfinance institution, but NABARD is a very big bank, which is a part of RBI. It is a national level bank for agricultural and rural development. National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development. That is what NABARD talks about, right? So NABARD is not a microfinance institution. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, NABARD is basically a bank, maybe an authority which supports various banks who are into rural and agricultural development. Okay. Preeti, have you come across any small microfinance bank institution?
No, sir, I don't know.
The best way to answer is no, right? Okay, fair enough. Doesn't matter. Okay, fine. We have discussed about it, but Gautami, please make sure that NABARD is not a microfinance bank. Okay. Fine. I'll be sharing the slides now. Please confirm if you can see the slides. Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so quickly let's go ahead with this microfinance institution. You can off your video if you want to, but make sure that you are there because I may be asking questions in between. Okay, yeah. So microfinance refers to small scale financial services for both credits and deposits. Okay, so they are basically dealing with small amount of money. That is what microfinance. The word itself suggests it is finance means money and micro means very small unit. Okay, so these are the banks which provide small loans. They take deposits in smaller amount. Okay, that is what microfinance is all about. Okay, so it's small scale financial services for both credits and deposits. Then provision of thrift, credit, and other financial services and products of very small amounts to poor in rural, semi-urban, and urban areas. So it may not be restricted to only rural areas, but it is given to poor people in rural, semi-urban, and urban areas. Okay, very small amount of loans are given to poor people who stay in rural, maybe they stay in semi-urban or they may stay in urban areas, for enabling them to raise their income levels and improve standard of living or living standard. Okay, so that is what is the main provision for microfinance institution, that is providing small loans to poor people irrespective of where they stay and why they do it, to help them raise their income level and to improve their standard of living. Okay, then let's understand what are the features of microfinance. Okay, it is a very essential part of rural finance because most of the microfinance institutions are situated in the rural areas, because that is where most of the small finance is required. Maybe it is for the farmers, small and marginal farmers. Okay, or it may be for the artisans, or it may be for self-employed individuals, etc. So that is the area, that is the place where most of the people require small amount of funds, small amount of loans, where they can start something on their own. Okay, the best example, if you remember, okay, how many of you have seen this movie Padman by Akshay Kumar? Okay, so only Preeti has seen this movie, I guess. Rashmi has seen this movie. Okay, others have not seen it. Gautami has seen it. Okay, Mrunali has seen it. Tanaz has seen it. Good. Okay, now guys, can somebody tell me, out of those who have seen the movie, can somebody tell me why this example, why I took this example in this context of microfinance? Anyone? Quickly, guys.
So it takes a loan.
Yes,
So
Mrunali,
it takes a loan for.
Yeah, can you explain that?
So he takes a loan for his business, for expanding his business.
No, Mrunali, understand. He does not take a loan.
Sir,
Yes.
the workers are poor, so they take the loan on their name.
Working over there, correct? They form a
Yes, sir.
self-help
They
group.
take on their name.
Yes. Okay, so the women working over there, they form a self-help group and then they take a loan from the banks. Correct?
Yes, sir.
And if you understand that machine would be costing around 20,000 rupees something.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so very small loan taken by a group of women, and then they can pay it back as and when they get profits out of the business, they will pay it back. So that is a type of microfinance institution. Okay, so it is a very essential part of rural finance. Second one is it acts as a development tool because it helps you in generating income, improving your standard of living. Okay, so whenever you have finance, you can grow. That is how it helps you in helps as a, excuse me, development tool. Okay, next one is it is involved into small loans, especially for working capital. Okay, so most of the loan which has been provided in case of microfinance is very small amount of loan for a short period of time. Okay, they don't give you loans for 10 years and 15 years. It is short loan which is given to meet your daily requirements in terms of business or in terms of various let's say for a farmer you need seeds and fertilizers, etc., etc. So to provide finance to these things, microfinance institutions help you. Next one is informal appraisal of borrowers. Okay, now here what happens is in microfinance institution, okay, appraisal means what? The finding out the credibility of the borrowers. So it's normally an informal way of knowing how that particular person is, whether he will be able to repay the loan whatever is given to him or no. Okay, so there is a very informal way of asking people in the village about the character of a particular person and then sanctioning loan, rather than getting lots of details and paperwork from a particular individual. That is done in a nationalized bank. Whatever is done in nationalized bank, that does not happen in a microfinance institution. So there is a pretty informal way of appraising a particular borrower's credibility. Okay, then microfinance institutions go to client. Okay, normally what happens in normal banks, the client has to go to the bank for a loan, whereas in a microfinance institution it is the institution which go to the borrowers or to the clients to give them loans. Okay, that is another feature, unique feature of microfinance. Here the borrower does not come to the institution goes to the borrower. They help them, they provide them loan at where they are. Okay, then as I said, very simplified procedures. Okay, because uh, if you understand, there is no paperwork, there is no large scale paperwork involved, where the procedures are very simple and short. Okay, so that is an advantage of microfinance institution, that is very simplified procedures. No extra rules and regulations or provisions, etc. The procedures are very simple. Okay, next one is optimum interest rates. Yes, why I have used the word optimum is because it is neither too high nor too low. It is a bit higher than nationalized bank. Yes, they provide loans, but the interest rate is a bit higher because the risk that they are taking is very high. Okay, because of less paperwork and all those things, they are taking a huge risk, and that is the reason why they're giving loans at a bit higher rate than the nationalized bank, but lower than the money lenders. Money lenders will charge you interest at around 2% to 3% per month. Now, when you talk about 2% per month, it comes to 24% per year, which is huge. A bank provides you loan at around 8%, 9%. If it is a business loan, around 12 to 14%. But money lender will provide you a loan at around 24% or 36% a year. That is 3%, 2% to 3% per month. Okay, so microfinance institute lies between these two. Let's say if the loan interest rate in a nationalized bank is 12%, money lenders will give at around 24%. Let's say a microfinance institution may give it at 15 to 16%, 14, 15, 16%. Okay, it depends again. Fine. So optimum interest rates are charged, which is not too high, neither it is too low. Okay, then free use of loans. Now, loans can be used for any purpose. Okay, there is no restriction on the use of money. You can use the money for any purpose you want. They are not purpose specific. Like if you say in nationalized bank or financial institutions or NBFCs, home loan is given for purchase of home only. You cannot use it for anything else. A vehicle loan is given for purchase of vehicle only. So there is specific purpose for loans. But in this case, there are free use of loans. That means you just get money on personal guarantee, and you can use it wherever you want. Okay, so but again, it's your moral responsibility to repay the loan and the interest, etc. But you can use it anywhere you want. There is no specific purpose for uh, microfinance loans. Okay, so it is free use of loans and loan and saving products within manageable numbers. Okay, so since they are very small, uh, the operations are at a very smaller scale, so the loans that are provided or the savings that are done by the individuals or group of people, okay, they are manageable. The numbers are manageable. A single person can handle the entire operations of a microfinance bank. You need not have a huge a number of staff to manage a microfinance institution. You can have just one or two people to manage it. Even one person is more than enough to manage microfinance institution. Okay, so single officer branch, a single owner, single staff branch can also suffice the need of a microfinance institution. So that is what the feature of microfinance is. Okay, so I hope you're clear with all these features of microfinance. If yes, please give a thumbs up quickly, guys. If no, please unmute and ask your doubt. If you have any doubts in any of these features, please feel free to ask.
So what about the security for the loan?
Sorry?
So what about the security for the loan?
Swapnil, just hold on for a second. Okay, there's a train passing by. Let the train go. Yes, Swapnil, now you can ask.
So what about the securities for the loan?
As I said, security is personal guarantee. In a microfinance institution, you don't provide any tangible security. There's no collateral security which has been provided because these are small loans. Now tell me, Swapnil, what security will you provide for a loan of 20,000 rupees? So these normally are unsecured loans, but personal guarantees are given. Okay, like a group of individuals give a personal guarantee about the borrower. Okay, and that is how loans are given over here. So there is no security as such, or there is no collateral security which has been provided for taking a loan in microfinance. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, next one is the various models that are there in microfinance. Okay, microfinance, when I say, it is not only the microfinance institutions, but there are lots of various models that are followed in different parts of the country, in different parts of the world. Okay, one is community banking. Now, what is this community banking is? Basically, members of a particular community, okay, it may be on the basis of caste or creed or religion, or it may be on the basis of the profession. A particular community, people of a particular community come together, they start saving money on their own, and then they start giving loans to the people of the community. Okay, provide loans to the people of the community. That is called as community banking. Okay, so that is another form of microfinance. Okay, so we are talking about various microfinance models or tools or credit lending models. So community banking can be one of the model for microfinance. Cooperatives, yes. Now in cooperatives also there are lots of small scale cooperative institutions which are there. Okay, so cooperatively people meet, they form a particular kind of institution which will help, which will encourage savings amongst the people, and those savings which are done, that is given in the form of loan to the needy and on a personal guarantee, and it made sure that that particular borrower repays the loan, because it is a moral responsibility of the borrower to repay the loan, and other members of the cooperative are a guarantor to it, so they make sure that that particular borrower repays the loan. Or it may be a group. Now group is nothing but maybe let's say group of around 15 to 20 people in a village. They come together, okay, and they contribute money. Now loans are given to only the members of that particular group. How loan is given in this particular case, let us understand that. Okay, now let's say there are a group of 20 people who are there in the group, and everybody has contributed money. Now that money will be given to one person, okay, and others would be guarantor to that particular loan. Okay, let's say out of 21 A, okay, he gets a loan. Now how does A get a loan? It may be on the basis of lottery, or it may be on the basis of there are various ways of giving loan to that particular person. Okay, so that is how loan is given, and once the loan is repaid, that amount is given to the next person. The amount goes to the third person, fourth person, fifth person, so it goes on rotating. Okay, just like I guess uh, I don't know how many of you have heard about this word BC. Okay, especially the women participate in this BC, and then they contribute money, and one person gets the money. Have you heard about it? Anyone? Yes,
Yes,
no?
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Priyanka, can you tell me what happens there? Don't tell me what they eat and what they play and all. What
They,
generally is that Bishi thing?
in their BC, 10 to 15 peoples will be there, sir.
Okay,
They contribute some amount of money
okay.
every month, and every month how much some interest they will pay on that money, sir.
I don't think there is interest, but what I feel is, let's say there are 10 members of that group. Okay, every member, let's say they contribute 1,000 rupees each. Okay, so totally it would be 10,000 rupees, and then maybe a lottery is taken out, and one person will get the entire amount, that is 10,000 rupees. In this way,
Yes, sir.
yeah, in this way it continues for all the months. So everybody, now the first month who has got will not get it in the second month again. Okay, his lottery will not come at all because he's already got the money. So second person will get 10,000, third person will get 10,000. So in this process, you are contributing 1,000 rupees every month, but the person who gets the lottery, he or she gets the money. Okay, ultimately whatever you put, you have already got it, or you will get it. Fine, that is what this concept is. So that is what group is. So it may be it may be in the form of a group, it may be Grameen. Now Grameen is nothing but it covers it's a bank which covers around 15 to 20 villages, and it performs the financial functions of regularly like a bank. Okay, so it may be I cannot say it's Grameen Vikas Bank. You have heard about Grameen Vikas Bank? Karnataka Gramin Vikas Bank,
Yes, sir.
Karnataka Vikas Gramin Bank, KVG.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's who is this?
Sir Narayan.
Yeah, Narayan. Okay, so it's basically a bank where the operations are huge scale, but yes, again, that may be another way of providing microfinance by starting Gramin banks. Okay, which provides small loans to small and marginal people. Okay, that is another model of providing microfinance. Next one is village finance. Here also again based on the community, 15 to 20 people come together, collect money from people, and then give loans to the needy. They charge interest, etc., etc. So this is village banking. In a particular village, 15 to 20 people come together. They start this model of village bank. Okay, the other villagers and the members start contributing to it. Capital is collected, and from that capital, loans are given to various people, again on the basis of the guarantee or personal guarantee of the members of the bank. Okay, then next one is associations. So in case of associations, you can say we can form an association of people. Okay, these are different forms. Like again, when I talk about it, you will feel everything is same, but the forms are different. Like sole proprietorship, or a partnership, or a joint stock company. Though the terms are different, but ultimately when you talk about the business, they do the same business. The forms are different. So association is group of people who come together and form an association and then provide banking services or financial services to small people. That is called as associations. Okay, again, based on community, based on, as I said, based on the profession or community, the association can be formed. So there are lots of trade associations in especially in rural areas. You find lots of trade associations. Okay, like um, okay. Yeah,
Sir, in villages,
In Goa, I have heard about this Sahkari Cooperative Society, right? Swapnil and Rohit, if you can intervene and tell me. There are these bagaidars, right? Are you there, Rohit or Swapnil?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you tell me about this bagaidars?
Sir, we get the groceries and all
You're
are
not audible, Swapnil.
cheaper.
Sorry, you're not audible at all.
Sir,
Your voice is breaking, Swapnil.
hello.
Yeah, hello, I know,
Hello.
but your voice is breaking.
Sir, the groceries and all which we get over there are a bit cheaper,
Yes, but how are
little
these
bit cheaper.
bagaidars formed? Like, I guess they are the farmers are themselves are the members of that particular bagaidars, right?
I don't know, sir.
You don't know. Okay, okay. Just find it out because okay. See, there is something called as a bagaidars in Goa. Normally, where the farmers themselves are the members of that particular bagaidars, and they have their own produce which they sell in this bagaidars. Okay, it's like a shopping mall. Okay, if you go and see here, it will be just like another D Mart or a Big Bazaar, not as standardized as a Big Bazaar and D Mart, but yes, you get all the agriculture produce in that particular place. Okay, at a much cheaper rate as compared to the regular market. So that may be another type of association or cooperative. Sometimes they are cooperatives also. Okay, then bank guarantees is basically a loan from a commercial bank, basically a loan from commercial bank. Okay, that requires guarantee by the people. So small loans are given by the banks on the guarantee of other people in the particular community or a village, and small loans are given. So that also may be a type of microfinance uh, model of financing small loans. Okay, credit unions, now these may be your trade unions, or it may be an employee union, labor union. They form a association or a union of their own, collect money, contribute money, and then provide